For as long as I remember, art has always been a part of my life. I never really stopped creating or doing creative things. If it wasn't painting and drawing, it was music. If it wasn't music, it was dance. If not dance, it was crochet. You get the point. I've always had some sort of creative outlet that I relied on to get through tough times in my life. For the longest time though, I just couldn't get myself to do any of it. I couldn't bring myself to pick up a pencil or move my body. For the first time in my life, it was just so difficult for me to create or be creative. And because I've always identified so heavily with my art side and my artistic abilities, it felt like I lost a part of myself when I stopped. If I wasn't creating, it felt like I didn't know who I was anymore. Because art and creation has become so intertwined with my identity that I don't know who I am without it. So, because I never really took a break from art, and because I was honestly so burnt out from expectations I've put on myself for so many years being the perfectionist I am, I decided to just stop and see what life would be like without art. It was very difficult. It felt like my life in a way no longer had any purpose, and I just didn't know what to do. But after a while, I started figuring out my interests again. I started getting other skills and other hobbies outside of art. I started doing other things with my life to give my life more meaning, like exploring and experiencing new things, and it honestly inspired me so much because it gave me a new perspective on life. It gave me a different reason to come back to art. It made me so excited to create again. Taking a break made me realize that it didn't mean that I no longer had any purpose or that I wasn't an artist anymore. It just meant that I was taking time to expand my creative library through my own personal life experiences. And through that actually made my art a lot better. It made my art more unique and personable to me. It made me less scared to try because there was less pressure, and it motivated me to keep going since I was basically a beginner once I started again. Since I no longer tied my identity so close to my ability to create, I now know what my worth is regardless of what I create and whether or not I'm able to create. So upon having those realizations, this is my journey to getting back into art. Okay, I have this huge crochet mood blanket that I've been working on for months. Like, I started it at the very beginning of this year. Basically, the concept of a mood blanket, if you don't know, is to add to the blanket every single day. The color that you use to add to the blanket corresponds to your mood that you're feeling that day. A lot of people also call it a mental health blanket, so they have like a list of different colors that correspond to different moods, and they refer to that list of moods and use it to determine what color they're going to use that day. I have this massive blanket that I've been working on since January, and I've been adding to it one flower a day. Yeah, each color means a different mood that I'm feeling the most that day. So even if I'm, feeling really happy and then sad at night, if I felt mostly happy that day, I'll still use like a color that means happy. Orange on this blanket that I made means happy, yellow means calm or just like, neutral, not bad but not amazing. Pink is like I felt really loved that day, and then blue is obviously sad, and then red is angry. And then what other colors do I have? I have purple as well. Purple is for days where I feel lonely, and then this color was just a day that was really whack, and it was just a really bad day for me. My therapist told me to make it a really whack color so that I could remember it and just look back on it, and I decided to do green because it was very off of this color scheme. But anyway, I don't know how I can show you guys how big this blanket actually is because it's an accumulation of the past 6 months, right? This blanket is huge. Humongous. I'm just gonna lay it out actually and then show you guys. Okay, so this is how big the blanket is. It's literally almost the size of this bed, and it is huge, almost the size of a regular blanket, which is, you know, not that bad, but considering how we have 6 more months left of this year, this blanket is going to be double the size. Just let that sink in. I just think it's such an interesting visual representation of my emotion. You know, I think it's like mostly orange, which is pretty good, and it's a fair amount of yellow. Look at this hand comparison. Yeah, we'll see what it looks like towards the end of the year. Okay, so the next thing that I'm going to be making is this My Melody keychain that I found on YouTube, and it's just a tutorial that I'm going to be following. So it's going to be a gift for my friend because her birthday's coming up soon, and I remember her telling me that her favorite character from Sanrio is My Melody, so yeah, that's where the inspiration came from. So this is my progress. I've made a little ball. Basically, this is the head for Melody. So now I just have to make her little hood and her ears and add on her eyes. So I finished the head, right? And like I've been struggling to make her ears. So I restarted for the 3rd time, and I think it's finally starting to look better, because the first time it was like, I don't know, it didn't look like an ear, it looked like a sword. And then the 2nd time it was just very lopsided and I didn't like the way it looked. This time, 3rd time's a charm. I think it looks better, so I hope it stays that way. I did it. Okay, so I finished it. I just have to make another one now and then make her little hood and then her bow. Okay, so I fit the head into the little hood that I made, and it looks pretty cute so far, but I think because of the sizing of my hook is a little different from the girl in the video that I'm watching, so I think I'm gonna add a few more rows just to close it off and make it look a little smaller, so it's a little cuter, and yeah, I'll just do that and come back to you guys. Okay, so I did it. I added more rows and I think I like it a lot better. I think it looks a lot cuter like this. So my friend got these crochet compression gloves and I completely forgot to wear them the entire time I was crocheting. I keep forgetting to wear them every single time, but I finally remembered. I decided that I wanted to make another melody for my other friend who also loves melody. Yeah, I'm gonna make 2 for both of my friends, and then I'm also gonna make a kuromi for myself to match. Yeah, we're gonna be working on that now. I was talking to a friend and I was showing him this plush that my other friend gave me. He was talking about how it'd be really funny if I just made it, like I crocheted a tiny hat, and so I did. You can see here, it's just a tiny hat for this big plush. Like you can't even see the entire thing, but this is a really big plush. Also, what do you guys think this is? Is this a mouse? Because I genuinely cannot tell. I've asked everyone and I keep getting a different response every single time. But anyway, just what do you think it is? Also, I'm wearing Twice merch because I was at the Twice concert and super excited about this. Like, I love this sweater. It's super comfy. Like, if it weren't so hot outside, I would honestly wear it everywhere because it's so soft on the inside and it's so nice to wear. And like the back, you see, I also got the white shirt with the same like back and front. It's just a white t-shirt and it's also really cute, and I'm so glad I got both. I'm gonna be wearing them to death like I wore my Keshi hoodie 24/7. So this will probably be the sweater that you guys see me in all the time now because it's just so comfy and it's perfect.
got away.